Mark Warnke. They call me the Goat Guy, but I'm also a homesteader, and I believe in leaving a positive place on the planet, and I'm a steward of this land. And so I want to show you something that I've done that's pretty cool with our tractor barn. So this is the tractor barn where I raise babies during the spring, and then I park tractors and everything else in here during the summer and the rest of the year. So we kind of serve a dual purpose with it. But I wanted to turn the other side of the tractor barn into a usable space on my farm to make a difference in my community and to have a really cool indoor space. So I want to show you how we did it. So this is the indoor space. And if you'll just kind of pan the room real quick, Shea, so that they can see the whole thing. So what we did is we wanted this to be a place where we could bring people for our primary work that's not work. It's our gift back to the world and humanity and kindness and God and everything else that means so much to us, that means more to me than money and possessions and all those other things, which is making a positive difference on the planet while I'm here. And so we needed this space to be dual purpose. I'm not a rich man. I don't have a bunch in savings. I'm always conscientious about trying to make sure I don't die old and broke, and balancing that with doing great things, going on great adventures, spending time with people I love, and making a positive influence on the world. And so we really wanted to build this space and convert that tractor barn into this as one of our primary. But what we had to do is this still had to serve a function. And so the function that this served was to house my gear. So we have a big roll-up door here. So this is a big insulated roll-up door, and I can literally back my truck right into here, and then here's all my saddles and panniers and gear. Now, I haven't had time to organize my equipment like I like to, but the amazing part is that other side of the tractor barn was completely full, and everything that went from there went into these cabinets. So everything is in these cabinets, and it's a full sheet of plywood cut in half as the doors. So we were super efficient, and then we used one-time use pallets to use the boards, and then that's what built the frame. And we just did everything on an absolute budget. We took pieces of our silo and our roof apart, and that's the wainscoting. The pine that we bought at normal prices from things like Home Depot. We did insulation. We hired local people that wanted to contribute to our cause in their time and energy. So basically what we did is we came in here and we needed to make it silent. The highway is like 40 yards from here. And we needed to make this place silent. You can see if you step over there, you can hear the cars. In here, you can't. So we did a room within a room, insulation-wise, on top. We did insulation in the ceiling and insulation in the floor, and then we did the same on the structure. We did insulation along the metal, and then we put insulation inside. So this place is super crazy insulated on all levels. So right now in here, it's still cold from last night, and it will stay cold all day as long as I keep it closed. It is amazing how well this place is insulated. We spent the whole weekend in here with it. We do work with people on PTSD and addiction and just general, overall growth recovery. And we do it in kind of a ceremonial-based setting. And we had a bunch of people in here this weekend, and the only thing we heated with was that fire. And literally, if we had more than just 2 pieces of wood on at a time in there, we had to open that door up during the night to allow outside air in because it got so hot in here. So one little fireplace heated this whole thing beyond what we needed, and we had to keep the fire super low to do it. During the summer, we have almost like a hotel style air conditioning unit that will do both heat and cold, and this thing will also allow us to do that and runs on low enough power where we don't have problems with that as well. And then we have a fan system to move air, fan and water and everything. And then we also put in a super killer, and I mean killer, sound system in here with big subs and top speakers and all that stuff. So what we end up with in this space is we have a space that's rentable. So now people can come in here, they can put on presentations, they can teach dance, they can do seminars. I can do seminars. This is a meeting space. This is a photography space. This is a group recovery space. We are really, really proud of what this will be able to do both for our community and what it can lend to us in terms of a monetized thing on the property to bring people in and to be able to have them rent and use this space, and it continues to contribute to the well-being of the ranch as well. So this place turned out really cool. Just so you know, one of the big problems in here was to try to figure out the one, which was how to make it quiet, but number two was how to do the flooring and not just absolutely get crushed. And so what we did was we came in and we flattened the entire floor and leveled it all, put road mix, tamped it all, and then we put rubber stall mats over the top of it, so for horse stall mats. Those stall mats in here cost us about $2,000, and then this flooring, which is the same we did in our milk barn, it's another floating floor, costs us about another $2,000. So our floor that looks nice and finished and well done costs us about $4,000 in here, and had I poured concrete, I'd have been 20, maybe 30. And so versus concrete, I like the finished look of it. It works better. It's a better surface, and we saved an enormous amount of money. So that's just something to keep in mind in terms of our strategy and how we did it. And this whole place, this whole thing runs off of about 50 amps in power. So we didn't need a ton of power in here either. So really, really cool how we all got it all set up, and we're really proud of how it is. And you know, if you have an old tractor barn, you might be amazed what you can turn it into that can positively influence your cash flow and influence your community. So if you're ever curious as some of the trauma work and addiction work and PTSD and those sorts of things that we do here, you can always message me privately, and we can speak about that as well, because we have people who come from all over the country and literally all over the world. We had Iceland and Poland and New York and Hawaii and all over the country that came in for this last one, and we do some really neat stuff about once a quarter and pull in some really beautiful high-level experts that can really help us to get in touch with the things that may hold us back in life, and you might find yourself called. So feel free and reach out. So I hope you find that helpful. Mark Warnke. I teach people about goats and homesteading and everything else, and I have a website called PackGoats.com. If you want to learn more about goats and everything it takes to raise them, we love helping people with that. And then we also have a lot of help with homesteading and that sort of thing. So anything we can be helpful with, let us know, and hope you're all well. Take care.